So I found some old VHS tapes from when I was a young warthog. And I found, I think, my first documentary I ever made, probably my first video that I've ever put together. It stars an 8-year-old Kacers. And so I figured, I'd do a little react video. So let's jump into Casey's very first documentary, Plants. It's been a long time since I've seen this baby. Let's go. 10 of 10 music so far. I was doing titles back then.
My name is Casey Faris. I'm going to show you all the plants around our house. Not all the trees, but the plants. Yeah, the plants. Not all the trees.
Okay.
Join me as we look at the plants.
We're looking at plants, you guys,
Start
not
out with
trees.
the pumpkin patch. I'll show it to you. See that nice pumpkin right there?
There's like one tiny
One of our
pumpkin.
first pumpkins. This is a closer look.
Okay, that's a better pumpkin.
I'll try not to shake the camera though. Whoa. There's the side of our tomatoes. We're zooming in on a big red one. Yep. Look at that. Squeaky. That means it's good.
That's correct.
And my dad would probably like to eat this one. But they bought us black marigolds. And they are red and orange, as you can see. And they're nice.
just mangling the flower.
Nice. Oops. And we planted all the marigolds. Yep. Here's a cucumber plant. But there isn't any more cucumbers on it because we picked them all.
Interesting.
Is that one? Let's see. Looks like one, but it's so holy. Here's something.
Here's something.
It looks like it's clover. And,
Here's something.
I don't really know what it is, but I think it's clover.
It's a clover.
It's a box leaf herb that it's in our side yard. And, looks like box leaves. That's why it's called the box leaf herb.
So you can tell by the way it is.
Here is a Mexican orange plant. A Mexican orange. Look at that. It's a nice plant.
It's a nice plant.
They're nice.
Here I have one of the Mexican orange leaves. It's real shiny, huh?
Yeah.
Real shiny.
Looks good. Solid.
And the bottom, you can see little bumps. Huh. This is a Mongranas.
I must have had a cold.
Atrinkio mongrana. Yep. Amanthatius anguino montantara.
Oh, wow. I was pretty good at Latin names back then.
Those yellow edges are in the leaves. Other leaf, it's from the, whatever it is, the last plant. And, the stem through it. And
This is some leaf. I don't know.
There's another Mexican orange.
You know what it is. Figure it out.
And it's the same as the Mexican orange back there. Pretty good Mexican orange.
Here's the same plant
Here
again.
is a box leaf herb. Another box leaf herb. And it has those little things, And I'll give you a close-up of that leaf. Well, this is a close-up at a box leaf herb. And looks like it has a nice stem and some little leaves.
Has a nice stem.
What they call the box leaf herb is the leaves come together and they kind of make a box. Huh. Here is a silver queen anemone.
I don't know if that's true.
And it looks like a, oh, you know, that big long, like a whatchamacallit word plant. But it's a silver queen anemone.
Oh, yeah. And then it's just basketball.
Hitting the hoop.
That's the end. It's basketball after that. Okay, so honestly, there's some stuff that we can learn from this. Even 8-year-old casers can be an educational resource for us video professionals these days. Okay, first of all, this video nailed the scope. Absolutely nailed it. Just plants. We're not trying to bite off more than we can chew here. We're not going over all the trees.
Not all the trees, but the plants.
The plants.
Yeah, the plants. Not all the trees.
Honestly, have you ever had a project that just got way out of hand, where you just tried to do so much in a short amount of time and it just turned out weird, or the pacing was strange, or you just didn't get it done? Honestly, it was a good decision, like 10 out of 10 decision, 8-year-old Casey, to focus just on the plants, because that's an achievable goal. That's better than some people do, for real.
That squeaky. That means it's good.
Okay. I don't know if it means that a tomato is good if it's squeaky, but I think it's a good idea to always relate back your, like, whatever you're talking about to something that's actually useful and helpful for people, right? And even though it might be total BS, it's not just an observation. Oh, it's squeaky. It's squeaky, which means it's good, right? And then we have the application, the practical application here. Check this out.
And Dad would probably like to eat this one.
My dad would probably like to eat this one. That's how good of a tomato it is.
Our side yard, and looks like box leaves. That's why it's called the box leaf herb.
It looks like box leaves. That's why it's the box leaf herb.
There's among other leaf. It's from the
I like that we're getting a nice close-up. We can tell the scale of things. It's always nice to put things in context.
What they call the box leaf herb is the leaves come together and they kind of make a box. Huh. Here is a
Okay. We're just gonna fact check that real quick. Okay, what I must have meant is a box leaf unimus? Small shiny green leaves are similar in appearance to those of boxwood leaves. Okay, the common boxwood, native to the Mediterranean era, has been used for centuries as a source of wood for engravings, inlays, musical instruments, and other articles that require a smooth textured wood that can be highly polished. So sorry, 8-year-old casers, but that was total BS. So always fact check yourself if you're doing, if you're not sure.
Whatchamacallit word plant.
This outro has nothing to do with plants. So one thing that's great is, nowadays on the YouTube thing, you don't want to have like an outro kind of wrap up sort of thing. You want to just go into the next thing, and 8-year-old casers is crushing it. So overall, for my first movie, I thought it was pretty good. What was your earliest video production project? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear about it.
Here's our star basketball player hitting the hoops.